Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice. 1 Samuel, chapter 15, verse 22. Saul had been commanded to utterly slay all the Amalekites and their cattle. Instead of doing so, he preserved the king, and permitted his people to take the best of the oxen and of the sheep. When called to account for this, Saul declared that he did it with a view of offering sacrifice to God. But Samuel met him at once with the assurance that sacrifices were no excuse for an act of direct rebellion. The text before us is worthy to be printed in letters of gold and to be hung up before the eyes of the present idolatrous generation. They are very fond of the splendor of will worship, but utterly neglect the laws of God. May it always be in your remembrance that to keep strictly in the path of your Saviour's command is better than any outward form of religion. And to listen to his precept with an attentive ear is better than to bring the fat of rams, or any other precious thing to lay upon his altar. If you are failing to keep the least of Christ's commands given to his disciples, I pray you will no longer be disobedient. All the pretensions you make of attachment to your master, and all the devout actions that you may perform, are no compensation for disobedience. To obey, even in the slightest and smallest thing, is better than sacrifice, however magnificent. Do not talk of Gregorian chants, sumptuous robes, incense, and banners. The first thing that God requires of his child is obedience. Although you may give your body to be burned, and all your goods to feed the poor, yet if you do not listen to the Lord's precepts, all your formalities will profit you nothing. It is a blessed thing to be as teachable as a little child, but it is an even more blessed thing when one has been taught the lesson, and to carry it out to the letter. How many adorn their temples and decorate their priests, but refuse to obey the word of the Lord? My soul, do not follow their secret